What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Battle Spirit Saga matchup video. Today is Purple Curse versus Terra Nova. So you might be wondering, what is Terra Nova? It is kind of a homebrew deck, I think, by my buddy Steph. I think he's the one that kind of came up with this, but it's basically a Pterosaur deck with some pieces from a Nova deck. So it's got Nova, it's got the Seaworm to ascend off of. Not sure. I don't think it runs any Big Bang, but yeah, like that's kind of the thought. Is overall it's a Pterosaur and Gigano Rex deck, but can ascend with Nova and get that life back, right? So very interesting deck. This video is a little different for me as well. We ended up playing a best of 3, but I'm going to split it up over the next couple of weeks. So this is part 1. You're going to get match 1. The matches did go a little long, so I don't want to make the full video too long. So we're just going to do game 1 here, but there's a lot of cool things that went down, I feel like, in this game. My Purple Curse has been updated, so that list is down below, and I really got to play with some of the new pieces in the update in this game, which felt really good, and I think it handled Pterosaur pretty well. But yeah, you'll see this game ends up being a little long, and you might have an idea why, since it's a Nova deck, but it was a great time, a lot of great combos, and so let's jump in. All right, so like I said, game 1 of the series, but we're gonna split this series up over the next couple weeks. 1, because like I said, I didn't want this to be too long, and 2, I'm traveling to Columbus this weekend, so don't really have a ton of time to get another game in with some craziness with work. But yeah, we're just gonna kick things off. A little card draw for our side. Steph played turn 1 Nexus, passed it over. I decided not to attack. You know, at the end of the day, it is still an aggro deck. Maybe it was a misplay. I could have got him to 4, I think, pretty safely. I don't think he was gonna drop 5 spirits, but we're fine. Dino Man coming out. Strong card in the Pterosaur deck, especially with a turn like this where play him out, get a couple Nexus down. 7,000 BP. It's quite strong. But we're just going to take that, get a little core ramp out of it. And as you can see, I have the Mordred in hand. So this is a new card for my Purple Curse deck. Honestly, my Curse deck is turning a little bit more into just straight up purple core removal, I guess. But I like the Curse aspect to it, just in case I run into a white control at all. But the Mordred value right there. Your opponent, especially in the aggro, right? They want to swing, so they're going to exhaust their spirits, and it lets you get some core removal going with Mordred. I think I have another one in hand, so we're ready for anything he throws at us. We're just gonna double swing here. Now, in hindsight, had I just attacked turn 1, he'd be at 2 right now. And I don't know that he would be able to dig for an ice shield in time. We'll see how it plays out. As you do see, though, the Nova discarded. Not something you want to see against a Nova deck, not knowing his list. You know, I was thinking, oh man, that means he has another one in hand, so he doesn't need that, but kind of see an interesting combo later. Yeah, another Dino Man coming down. And he has double core on the Scorched Battlefield. So if I don't stop this, he is going to get card draw, which is a common thing in the old 482 TCG list. But we are going to deadly balance that thing off the board. In this game 1, that was something that it just felt really good in this list, was how much control I had over the board. With the Mordred, deadly balance. We'll get into some other things later. It felt like I had control of the game quite early. It kind of kept it. And we have that Ice Shield down, so that's just a security against an aggro deck. If you can get an early Ice Shield on the board, you know, it allows you to kind of swing It allows you to really play offensive and not have to worry about a lot of things. We're gonna get that card draw. It's a core theft. Let me know what you guys think about core drain versus core theft. I do think I like core drain more. If it was just a flash use, it'd be fantastic. 3 core removal on a flash step on an exhausted spirit would just be fantastic, but understandably a little broken. Steph with the burning force. Nice stop to 2 things that are attacking me. Steph thinking things through. Does drop him to 2. See, had I attacked turn 1, I would have had him at 1. So I do think in hindsight it was a misplay. Because right here he's digging. So we get a charge draw for 2. Then he's gonna recharge draw for 2 more. And this is where we get an Ice Shield Blade. So had I attacked turn 1, that Ice Shield gets no value. At least not in a burst situation. He could still block with something and end the turn, but it doesn't allow him to stay at 2, which really extends this game quite a bit when we play this out. Yeah, the updated list for on my side for purple includes some Rotting Swamp too. So we got some new Nexus. We got Earth Spider Demon. Like I said, the list down in the description. You can check it out if you want to see the updated list. Only one Maduke, which I'm not quite sold on yet. We are going to get a card draw here. Dragonaga Assassin. I think that is a very valuable level 3 that I've gotten a lot of good stuff out of. Gotten a lot of good card draw out of this Dragonaga Assassin in the deck. Went to a local, got a lot of good value out of it, so shout out to Dragonaga Assassin. Great curse unit and gives you some card draw. So we got a Seagworm coming down. Then the Bearded Eagle for free. Fantastic red card. 3 cost, 3 reduction. 3k at level 1. Just a solid card. As you can see, I'm reading Dark Knight Mordred here. Steph just thinking through what he wants to put where, core-wise. Actually ends up paying 3 to Burning Force. Here of our Netherworld. Doesn't want to give us card draw here when he starts swinging. Understandable. It was valuable for us, though. You know, we did lose our Netherworld, but we get a good core theft turn here, right? So we're going to go ahead and spend 3. And we'll discard 1. Discard the Purple Smoke Valley. Get rid of that Seaworm attacking. And Steph's going to go ahead and attack again. Here, I could have Deadly Balanced. We end up trading boards. But we'll just let him have the 1 card draw. Maybe that was a bad play. But, you know, here I get the Assassin to stay on board. And I know that I have a Mordred in hand, which means we can clear that Eagle anyways. So go ahead and get rid of that. Honestly, Purple Smoke Valley would have done me quite a bit of work in this game as a whole. We did kill quite a few things. But we're going to go ahead and bring Netherworld Depths back. This is a card that I think really makes me enjoy purple much more than any other color that I've really played. Simply because it makes their attacks give you an opportunity to find an answer and give you card draw. And I think that is something that I really enjoy as a mechanic, and being able to find answers in games where maybe I'm behind or I don't have something in hand to handle something. You know, they swing, I get a card draw, maybe I find something. Still sitting on an ice shield as well. I could have swung last turn, but I felt like I only have 3 cores on board, and that's, if I want to end a turn and stay alive, then I would have had to have killed both of my spirits to pay for ice shield, so play a little more defensive. But out comes the Gigano Rex. I mean, absolute monster in the meta right now. The one thing that works really well for purple is that Gigano Rex players are more inclined to not put many cores on Rex due to the fact that he's level 3 at 1 if you only have Pterosaurs and Emperor Beast. Which is another cool pivot on Steph's deck here for Terra Nova, is that he runs no non-Pterosaurs and Emperor Beasts. I know like the common decks are running, there's like, not Dragonog Assassin, but Dragron Trooper, which is not an Emperor Beast or Pterosaur. And they're running Rain Needle, which is a Star Dragon, so. Little misplay on this turn. I feel like I have a Deadly Balance in hand. I should have blocked with Dragonaga Assassin, and then on the flash window after, played Deadly Balance, because then I would have not had to take damage from blocking, and it would have caused Steph to either get rid of Bearded Eagle or get rid of Gigano. So definitely a misplay on my part. But I think we're gonna be all right. As we're just gonna core up Mordred for his effect. I'm gonna just play. I think we're just gonna end up playing another Nexus here. Rotting Swamp. Again, new card to the deck. Didn't get a ton of value out of it this game. It posed more of a threat later in the game, but for right now, nothing too big. But we're going to pop that Gigano Rex. Steph's going to flip his Ice Shield. Doesn't have to pay. Even though he could, but doesn't need to. Yeah, I think this game would have ended much earlier had I made a couple different plays. Right? Attacking turn 1 and the Deadly Balance right there, blocking Gigano. Definitely would have changed how this game went. He would have no board right now had I done the Deadly Balance play. Starblast draw coming out. Steph's halfway through his deck. Another Starblast draw. If you guys are watching enough of my matchup videos with Steph, then you know I joke all the time about how big his hand always is. He's always got card draw in his decks. Here's more card draw with Cornered Flame Rat. Then we got another Gigano Rex, number 2 of the game, I believe. And another ice shield going down. Third one of the game for Steph, I think. I don't think it can be understated how valuable ice shield is in a deck. I think it was last week's video I played white aggro, and I think that was my huge problem with white aggro was just it doesn't run ice shield, and it just feels so sketchy. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and flip ice shield in the turn. Plenty of cores for us to work with here. Now we got a Mordred in hand, a Maduke in hand. I think we have a Curse Dragon as well. We're gonna go ahead and Dark Knight Mordred. Remove 3 from Cornered Flame Rat. Sorry, excuse me, 2 from Cornered Flame Rat. And we'll leave enough cores on all of our 2 Mordreds here. We'll drop Curse Dragon. So we'll get a couple value out of it. Get rid of the Flame Rat and the Bearded Eagle. Great core ramp there. You know, I think it was the purple list that maybe won Germany. I can't remember, but it was a deck that I definitely looked at for inspirations and changing in my deck, and they ran like 1 Curse Dragon, 1 Baculus. And I think in a meta where Terra Sword and White Aggro are really running wild like they have been, Curse Dragon without Baculus, you know, it still works really well. Like Curse Dragon just works really well in these aggro decks because they're inclined to leave things with fewer cores because they're trying to go wide. So you can see in this game it really worked out. And you know, maybe Steph could have been a little safer with his core management and putting things on, but I think he played fairly well, and unfortunately I just had a lot of answers. So as you saw, clear 2 spirits with dragon, and then we Mordred level 3, I think it is, and remove cores from that Gigano, clear it as well. Flipped his ice shield, as you saw. This is something you never want to see, is a Nova player counting cores, so here he goes. Plays over Raptidon for free. He's gonna Seagworm. This is one of those cool interactions that I called out earlier in the video. So as you may remember, Steph discarded Seagworm Nova. And you'll see why he did that. So for 3, Blazing Boar comes out. So he's going to get a red card from his trash. Can you guess which one he's going to take from his trash? It's a Nova. Talking with Steph after the game, apparently he only runs 1 Nova. I think that's what he said, so just gonna get rid of the boar, sending off of the Seagworm. Puts him back at 5. Unfortunately, he just has to nuke his whole board to get this Nova out, though, and to get the effect of blowing up 10,000 BP worth of stuff. Luckily, my board is pretty beefy right now, so he can't get rid of the whole thing, which of course is always a threat. So that's what we're discussing, is what he's going to get rid of. And he does pick the the untapped Mordred, and the Curse Dragon. We do get a card draw from his attack. So you see we have Maduke, Baculus, and Deadly Malice. I was considering here not using Deadly Malice, but yeah, we'll just throw it down. Get rid of Mordred. I think I forget to pay the cost here, but we had the course for it. It was fun. We would just take them off Mordred. And look how many cores we got over there. Top deck a Curse Dragon, I think. So now we have Baculus Curse Dragon in hand, which is a great answer for really any board state. But we're going to go ahead and core up Maduke here. And then, of course, the Rotting Swamp. We're going to throw some cores on it. That way we can bring the Maduke back to hand. First time she would die. Or when she would die, excuse me. Not the first time. I think I debated, like, throwing out Baculus or Curse Dragon here. But there was, like, just to put another spirit on board. There's really no need to. We kind of slowed it down, played it safe. Kept the combo in case stuff really went wild with something. It ended up paying dividends for us. The Maduke here, quite big. It's a nice big blocker. You'll see next turn, stuff's next turn, really worked out well for us. As we could keep it on the board as a blocker. But we just go ahead and pass. We have no Ice Shield. We're only at 3 life. At the end of the day, he's still an aggro deck. Still a Terra Sword deck, so don't want to go too crazy here. A lot of core counting though. Late in the game, we both have a lot of cores. So we do get an Over Raptidon down. And then for 4, we get a Gigano Rex. Number 3, I believe. And then for 2, another Gigano Rex. Now you see here why Maduke plays out so well. He's inclined to attack with Gigano Rex first, because it's confront and it buffs the rest of the board. But Maduke, with Blood Curse, she would lose that trade, but then I could ping him for 1 health and take a core off of her, keep her refreshed. And then the next Gigano, same effect. Ping, health loss, refresh. And then the Over Raptidon, I think, might even do the same thing. It would maybe kill her, but then Rotting Swamp would return her to my hand. So that's all. That's why Steph didn't attack here. Plus, at the same time, he's feeding me card draw with Netherworld. Unfortunately for Steph, though, I did have the Baculus Curse Dragon in hand. So we just recore up our spirits here. Make sure we're good. Pay for that Curse Dragon. Take out 3 spirits there. Ramp up Curse Dragon. I also believe I had cores last on Steph's attack turn on Netherworld. So, never mind. That would have worked on my attack step. You know, Netherworld basically, when you have cores on it, gives you the ability to turn any spirit into a curse spirit, right? But I was thinking maybe I could clear Gigano on my turn, but it's only on my attack. So disregard them. Let me attack Steph for 3. And just calling out. That one goes to the void. Which is another thing, like, we're talking about right now, is that if Steph had attacked and the Blood Curse would have triggered on Maduke, he would have even unramped for two cores, right? So, fortunately for him, I just had an answer whether he attacked or not. That was a lose-lose situation for Steph. We get the bearded dragon, the bearded eagle down, and he just puts all the blueberries on that thing. Do get a card draw from the attack. But we're just going to go ahead and flip that Ice Shield. He does get card draw Volcanic Canyon. Fortunately, it's just a Dynamite Tyranoid. Not really an answer for him. I think he really needed like an Ice Shield, but that's how the game ends. Well, guys, another fun Purple Curse matchup. Another great game with my buddy Steph, 482TCG. Check him out down in the description below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. I really enjoy playing BSS. I'm enjoying making these matchup videos. You guys have been leaving great comments and really watching the videos. It's been fantastic. The support on the channel has been great, so I thank you guys so much for that. And I'll be back next week. I hope will be it'll probably be game 2 of this series. I'm hoping to get out in time. It depends on how busy work is, and this weekend with being in Columbus. As also check out down in the description is my Twitter. I don't use it a ton, but I will try to use it this weekend to put out updates of how I'm doing in Columbus and kind of just post every round, kind of how I'm doing and you know, what I'm thinking, my reaction, that kind of a thing. So if you guys want to follow the journey along there, be sure to check that out. And in the future on the channel, hope to have a vlog from Columbus as well. I'm going to try and film some stuff while I'm out there, kind of give updates that way as well. So I'll have a nice cohesive wrap-up video of what I thought there. Thank you guys, as always, for watching the video and supporting the channel, and hope to see you back for the next one. Take care.